Yeah, because we're so focused on progress and finding out what's new, we kind of have moved to the new taboo of genetics. So that's the trying to think about what is best for society and manipulating genetics to that way. So in science, I guess the biggest taboo at the moment is
how much cyborg can you have?
How much cyborg can you have? And how
much reptilian can you have?
George Bush
is fucking reptile. No, but yeah.
I thought Zuckerberg was the leader of the reptile army.
Dude, that guy looks like a reptile.
Oh, dude.
Dude, he looks straight on. It's like gecko shit, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, sorry.
Yeah, so...
What are the ethical problems? Sorry, what were you saying? Like,
it lends itself...
in terms of genetic-wise?
Yeah, so I guess in the past, it kind of lends itself to the same stuff as phrenology and eugenics, which is kind of basing...
layman
like,
terms, please.
Like genetics and how people look and what their skull shape was like. And...
Of course.
And what was kind of considered as... having an effect on their financial status or their status in society, right? But if we kind of move towards what we think is socially
that's great.
like acceptable or progressive, then that kind of, again, that would be another taboo, right? Because if you start talking about and people have different opinions about what is important in society,
of course,
people who don't have that
different races,
like, and that lends itself to racism.
So
that kind of stuff happened in the Holocaust. That's eugenics, where I think they had experiments in looking at twins and looking at whether they, I don't know heaps about it, but looking at twins and looking at the genetics between them, and that can lead to some sort of racism, which is what we saw. And in terms of, I think it was. I don't want to get this wrong, but in terms of phrenology, that's looking at the skull shape of different cultures. So white individuals versus black individuals. And because the makeup of their skull is different, they said they were different. That's why they had financial status as, I guess.
Oh, of course. As in, like, the way that they link it to different fucking issues like that is incorrect. But in terms of, if you live in a different culture, different fucking environment even, and like under completely different environment, like humidities and all that, like different shit, you will eventually learn. Like, bro, have you not realized when you look at your pinky, you've been holding your phone so long, your pinky's fucking dented now?
What?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's adapted within 10 years of our lives, right? As in, like, and I guarantee people in Africa will be like straight as fuck pinkies, bro. They don't. It's just one of those things. These things, like, depending on where you live and where, like, what you do day to day, your body will adapt. And definitely knowing how the body works, will try and make whatever you're doing every day easier for you. So now I can hold my phone with just my pinky.
That's
the most.
That is great.
I can't.
The most fucked thing from that, and like my mind just blew, was like to actually define what the perfect human is, because that's what we have to do if we're going to create cyborgs, right? We actually have to literally define this is the ideal trait that has to be. We have to define that. We will have to define the exact human. So we'll have to, and that dude, I do not want to be the person.
What part of you would be Cyborg First?
I think I'm all gone. Like, there's no charm that's staying in this world. I am not optimal. I am not.
I think your nose is indestructible,
look,
actually.
Yeah, I can smell things that people can't smell.
No.
I smell dead people. No, it's like, it's but it's just fucked, because you think about it, right? And it's like, you literally, because like you guys mentioned, like you mentioned your pinky, but there's so many other things like like skull shape, but there will literally have to be researchers that would have to determine what the perfect human being is.
I don't think it even comes down to that. I think it comes down to, you can go down that path in terms of trying to get rid of disease and people who have genetic disorders, trying to get their genes out. But it comes down to people who are in power and what they think.
Let's get crazy and try to get the hit we're gonna hit.